Hey everyone, and welcome to the 5th episode of the KMAC Poetry Series. This is your favorite poet's poet, Rheonna Nicole, and I will be your host for this episode. And I hope you are excited because we have some great poets ahead. And this month's episode will be celebrating Women's History Month because we're amazing. So our featured poets this time around are Ariel Owens and Dream Lewis. Their pre-recorded performances took place in front of 2 public murals in Louisville, one by artists Whitney Holborn, Andrew Thompson, and Braylon Resco Stewart. And the work can be found at the corner of West Main and 11th Streets and depicts the faces of Breonna Taylor, David Yahya McAtee, and George Floyd, and also Sandra Bland. The second mural found at the corner of 16th and Broadway includes various leaders in Louisville and was painted by Jalen Stewart. If you visited KMAC last summer, you likely saw a chalk mural Jalen created featuring 3 African Americans offering greetings while wearing face coverings. I'd also like to extend thanks to KMAC Museum and Metro Government's Commission on Public Art for their support for this program. If you find yourself downtown soon and near KMAC or one of these fantastic murals, I hope you take some time to appreciate the art on display. And thanks to you for tuning in, and let's kick things off with Ariel Owens.
My name is Ariel Owens. I'm a poet here in Louisville. I started writing as an opportunity for me to express myself, and now that we're here thinking about Women's History Month, it's a great opportunity for women to have the opportunities to tell their stories. My first poem here is called Black TV Moms. To the Black TV moms that raised me, Aunt Viv, both of them, out here making sure little girls knew that you could have a family and a career, be Black and educated, dress fresh, yet delicate as a princess. Regardless of where you're born and raised, you can rise up no matter what anyone says. Lisa Landry showed me I could start over if I needed to. That love down the line is not lost. That sister to sister, we better together. But when foots were tapping and arms crossed, you better be back in the house at the right hour. Claire Huxtable said, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. That's Miss Huxtable to everybody in here. She let me know that respect is where you start a conversation and in my favor is where it ends. Said I could get all the degrees and that wouldn't make me ineligible or too smart to get married. Trude, yes, she was proud of her family. Said patience is a virtue. Knew 3 kids and an entrepreneurial husband wasn't gonna stop her from the grind. Cause yes, she had a career too, but you can still have your individuality and not be confined. Harriet Winslow told me your family matters. Love and tradition were the minimum, and in the grand design of things, making it through hard times was always a miracle. D. Mitchell said bonds could be deeper than blood. Both a teacher and a mother, she could correct and console with the same tongue. Knew a home-cooked Jamaican meal could make her family's day a little brighter. Knew how to walk the fine line of parent versus best friend to mow her daughter. J. Kyle said it's okay to put a little laughter in your day, that no matter how old you get, you can still be so deeply in love with your husband just like the first day y'all met. Nikki Parker taught me to never give up on love, that you need to be persistent, make your intentions known, and don't let anyone sweep you under a rug, because you can wear them out if you're consistent. Lucy Carmichael ain't raised no rugrat, because Susie was smart and eloquent, raised a daughter who would stand up for others, could stop an argument just by speaking with intelligence. Florida Evans said even in hard times you have to be strong, showed me the weight a mother and a wife often carries, and not to worry, because good times do come, and music can always lift spirits with a good song. Rochelle Rock said, girl, everybody don't hate you. And if your man got 2 jobs, you don't need to work, you just need to remember to come through if he needs you. Yes.
They question, can I touch your hair? As if these luscious curls of African descent were something to be entertained by. No, sugar, you cannot touch my hair. It is not for your foreign fingers to comb through. And still, her hand extended, mystified, as if each coil was a valley just within reach. No, the devil on your shoulder fooled you. You are not entitled to my culture. Shea butter coils, beeswax locks, coconut oil melanin. My hair contains mysteries only our ancestors uncovered. I will not domesticate my curls. You cannot tame a beast in the wild, but you can befriend it, albeit dangerous. For the beast you perceive in my curls is really a blessing from another world. If my hair could talk, would you listen? Did you hear how ugly I felt? Did you hear how displeased they were? Can you comb it? It looks difficult, nappy, kinky. Did you hear the harsh words that were spoken? Did you hear my cries as I spent hours fixing what was never broken? And then she asked, what is wrong with your hair? As if the beautiful coils I created were a nuisance to look at. As if they were the same snakes from Ursula's head. As if the mysteries of my magic were forbidden. Do not come for me in my arsenal of curls. We did not send for you in your wimpy ones. Take it from India Ari. I am not my hair. I am so much more than you perceive me to be. I will not refine my curls for your approval. The gliding, the burning, the getting in line, taming them with that creamy crack. There is strength in every coil and history in my roots. Shackled no more. I will not cage them with straightened bars designed to tame. My locks hold history of our ancestors, caged in like a bird who sings, but they are not dreadful. My hair is not a shipwreck. You've twisted our culture for your liking, stripping out what you want, tweaking what you wish. They are bantu knots, not mini buns. You imitate our hairstyle, then claim it as your own, while criticizing what you can't duplicate. My hair is part of my culture, part of my ancestry.
Yeah, my book is getting kind of wet. I wasn't thinking it was going to bleed like that. It's bleeding a little.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but it's okay. Like, I always write this on the computer.
Okay.
I just bring this for the sake of coming out.
Right, in the aesthetic.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
next poem.
Okay, this next piece is called The Red Queen. The Red Queen came to me when I was 12, showed up unannounced, took my hand, led me to a cotton field, and made me stare up at the moon. Said it was time I learned the tide and how to navigate my star chart. Taught me that not all things that bleed die, and this was the price of womanhood. And from that moment, I realized that I was a celestial body, that the language between women and the ethereal was written in blood and spoken in an ancient mother tongue. But somewhere along the way, from past to present, our temples were desecrated and pink taxed, made to feel ashamed. I want girls to know they didn't die that day, that the foreign objects between their legs will help pass the river that flows 3 to 7 days. Know that a cramp is one hell of a pain, and you should be allowed to stay home from school until your stomach no longer complains. I want women to tell their daughters what's coming. Tell them that this the type of company that shows up uninvited, will knock once and let themselves in. Tell them it'll stay far past their welcome. It'll leave a mess, wear out their best clothes and stain their delicates. It'll do impromptu sleepovers, wake you up in the middle of the night talking about, I need to use the bathroom. Tell them you know this doesn't seem fair or right, but that you are a smooth sailor. We'll show them to sail this monthly sea and be vocal about what it all means. Help your daughters understand their bodies. Teach her to call on her divinity by its true name. She doesn't have a cookie or a kitty cat. Explain the womb, how the tissue lining sheds, how her whole life she'll get accustomed to letting go. Introduce her to estrogen and why it's a hormone. Prepare her for the bouts of depression and being irritable. Let her know that this is a cycle.
She's too black to be criticized and ridiculed, to be judged by the mysteries of her magic, to be beaten down by the harsh words of those that are ignorant and uneducated. She's too black. She's too black to play the part of Juliet, but Juliet paled in comparison. She is the horizon where the sun meets the earth, born anew as a phoenix. She's too magical, touched by Mother Nature herself. She's too magnificent, skin glistening like dewdrops where the sun reached the sky. She's too heavenly. She's too black to be angry, not bitter, to be hurt, not crazy, to be self-conscious. There is confidence in her stride. To be weak, she carries the world on her shoulders. To be unworthy and crowned, she reserves the right to her throne. She's too black to be light enough, white enough, Raised in a society of colorism, trying to wash off the very skin Mother Nature blessed her with. Every day was a battle, a fight to the death between the words that she heard and what she knew of herself. But she's too black to let this break her. Too black to let this deter her from her beauty. Too black to let them take what she has. She was blessed with magic hidden inside. She's too black to be kissed gently by the sun, to let the rays cover her in warmth like a blanket to feel safe in. Her skin absorbs the sunlight and her hair defies gravity. You cannot tell her she is not magical. She is a queen whose melanin is dark enough to be bold. The only spot, the only stain, the only flaw you can't scrub off. Defiant and bold, she's too black.
This next poem is called Drunk Hair. Thirsty is the crown, so let it get drunk off oils and watch the curls flow. Loose lips, hair starts talking when you let it down, so tie it up before it says too much. Starts talking about that one time you cut her when you were angry, grabbed her in a fistful of force till she was staring at you in the mirror and the follicles were gripping your head for mercy. She remembers how you sneered in disdain and spoke from a profane tongue that burned her ears, saying things like, I hate this hair, I wish you were straight, can you not tangle today? But she loves you, so she wants to make it work anyway. She's the type of hair that'll stand by you, will take any drug you want to be addicted to, so she's on the creamy crack until the strands feel like straw, then realizes you don't like dark hair no more, so she tries brunette. Hell, will even go blonde for you, but it's never enough. Whoa, that's too much oil. She's on her third cup. Be careful, or she'll talk about how you drove her to the edge until there was nothing to hold on to. Tried to hide the bruises with wigs that fit like a fitted cap. She'll talk about how she went hungry, how you never fed her adequately, and her scalp went barren from lack of nutrients. Back when you knew nothing of deep conditioning, couldn't even wrap her before bed, she was uncomfortable, but you weren't listening. Are you cringing? Is it because it wasn't abuse when it was just you and her in the bathroom, and now that everyone knows, does it not sit right with you? Did you not realize she was waiting for you to be the perfect groomer? Walk her down the aisle, brush her down that middle part and make a vow that was hair love. But there can be rebirth if you've committed to rehab, so it's time to make things right. Therefore, if any woman here is in transition, she is a new creation. Old ends have been trimmed off, and behold, all hair shafts have become new. Tell your pastor, hairdresser, about the burdens you've been holding on to. Confess how you secretly wish your genetics pulled a little more German from your mother's side. Ask for forgiveness when you didn't know curly hair should only be brushed when wet and not dry. See if there's still time to be baptized at her sink, where holy water is a brand spelt like Tresemme or Pantene.
My black is that makes men fall to their knees black, that jungle fever black, that once you go black, you never go back black. My black is the black of the berry to the sweet of the juice black. Mama told me to love myself, love my skin color, for it is beauty. It is the pigment in which every color lies. Yellow for the sun, we shine and burn brighter than any. Green for the grass that's always greener on our side. Red for the blood that flows through my veins, blue for the sky because the sky is the limit, and brown for we are grounded and level, yet rocky and disheveled. My black is that you're cute for a black girl black, that you don't sound black. My black is that power to the people black, that I have a dream black. My black is unshakable and confident. Hey, pretty black girl. Hold your head high, walk with confidence and smile. You're not talking white, you're talking right. Our skin is the bark and our veins are the roots to our ancestors' tree. You should not conform to their simple-minded pleasures. We do not fit in that tiny box they have labeled. We are queens risen up from the ashes of the slaves, broken free from those shackles. Let them see you shine. My black is impressively dripping in black beauty, elaborately infused with melanin, extravagantly bathed in chocolate. My black is blacknificent. I have the presence of a queen, royalty at its finest. Don't let these luscious curls and this melanin fool you. I am royalty at its highest. The actions against us have been rooted in hatred and fear, but time and time again, we rise above it and persevere. My black is that royalty black, that African kings and queens black. My black is that rainbows and sweets black, that sweet scent stuck to cotton sheets black, that brown skin by India Ari black. My black is that beautiful black, that oh her melanin poppin' black. My black is that black girl magic black. Oh shit.
You want to shout out any women?
Do I need to make a list? Okay. Well then, I just want to shout out my mom for being patient with me, taking the time to raise me in the environment that we grew up in. I appreciate her so much.
Yay! Beautiful.
Testing.
Wunderbar.
Am I just supposed to like do it back to back, or do you want me to stop after?